What's up, everyone? How you doing? It's Lumen. We're getting ready for some Seven Wonders Wednesday here. Thanks, Phil, for stopping by right before started up the stream here. Andrew with a very good question in chat right before I flipped over. Might as well talk about it a little during in between game times. So, struggling with knowing when to build more resources in Second Age as opposed to buying from neighbors, and also with how to respond to a neighbor competing with you when you should be competing opposite you. Yeah, I mean, those are two really big points. The first one about resources is really a money question. And you should be trying to see how soon you need your money. Like, if you have a low amount of money, but, you know, like 3 to 6 money, usually buying the resources is gonna be more effective for you to buy things throughout the game, the rest of the game. Whereas if you have, like, a trading post and you have, like, $15, then it's a lot easier to justify buying things from neighbors. And then if people are not doing the correct, like, fight the person across from you thing, then you kind of have to go on a mixed strategy a lot. That's my experience. Alright, here... Nobody is... I think I'd play Military Babylon here. Nobody's defined yet. Yeah, because my first pack had the stockade and then the barracks and the clay and the guard tower, and now I get a clay pit, so it's a very clear play. Neighbors are going science, so good predictions, a little luck. Both unique science symbols right here. I think things look good for me already. Let me try to get this 2 stone. No, I don't have time, do I? Because I need to be buying this guard tower, because Ephesus could buy the guard tower, even though it's likely that they'll go science. Can't really take that risk. And then altar is fine. So I don't have enough money to get the Wonder Stage yet. But this West Trading Post is going to be pretty nice for me. I don't really need this Lumberyard. It's going to be okay, but the Trading Post is going to benefit me more throughout the rest of the game, I think. And then I still don't have access to the Loom because Olympia bought it. But yeah, Military Babylon going pretty well here. Training ground changed later? Yeah, to Circus. Like, why is this card rotating? It's fancy. Completely unnecessary. I could use some money. It's just too early to know if the Bazaar is going to be worth anything. Alright, so here I think it's pretty clear I should be building either Brickyard or Quarry. Alexandria finding the Caravansary is very nice, though they've built a lot of resources for a scientist. Not convinced that this is their best move. Alexandria has no money. So if I buy the Brickyard, I'm not even going to get paid because they have the other trading post. Alright, I'm not liking this sum. Skip. On the other hand, I have the trading post for stone already, and I'm going to need clay. No, I don't need that Wonder Stage. That took me too long to figure out. So here the Aqueduct's very tempting, but so is the Loom. The Loom is gonna help me play the Bazaar out of my first pack, which I think I kind of need. Dang it. Okay. Wow, Olympia's getting very greedy on military, not building any yet. Why should scientists not build resources? You just don't have enough turns, basically. Especially if you're the only scientist, you want to be getting 3 sets by the end of the game, and that takes a lot of turns. Yeah, I mean, you could get resources, but you're already Alexandria. You can try to get a bit of money instead and be flexible, because you don't know which resources you're going to spend, so buying a resource card kind of, like, locks you in, you might say. I'm just going to be a responsible fighter and get my points later. Ephesus could build either of these. I'll get rid of the one that chains later. If you know which Age 3 cards you're going for, then you can know which exact resources to buy, but if you don't, well then, what are you doing? I'll discard at least one of these. If I get paid more, I might discard the other. So here's the thing, do I want 11 bucks or do I want this clay? I think the clay lets me buy enough things, though I already have the Pantheon chained. Let's see, the Gardens would cost me 1 coin. The thing is, this card costs me 1 coin. So it's really, do I want to end with 7 or 11 coins? I think there are enough things that cost 3 clay that make this worth it. It's close, though. I'm just trying to do a straight money evaluation. Is this going to be more money for me in the long run? I really hope my neighbors build at least 1 military card, because this is really irresponsible. Obviously, Arena is bad for me. Palace is good. Philosopher's Guild's also the other consideration. I'm really glad this is in the game, because this is a great use for 3 clay. I'm only getting 1 of these. So do I want the Philosopher's Guild? I'm going to say the Philosopher's Guild is at least 8. It's a bit risky. Ephesus is doing nothing this game. So I already passed a university in the opening pack. There's nothing here. This is the pack I get 2 from. If I can bury a gear, it might be worth it to prevent Alexandria from getting a 3rd set. Alexandria is not even going for a 3rd set. Interesting. Well, they have a last chance at a gear here. Am I just taking Lighthouse because this pack is so bad? Okay, Ephesus is building military. Let's see, what do you have here? You have a school, so you can't even build the university because you have no money. You have the laboratory, and you have a lodge already. Yeah, I'm just buying a lighthouse. I'm going to keep paying Ephesus for a little bit. Alright, so they can take the wild symbol, but it forces it to be a gear, most likely. These are some really weak cards I'm getting past. Like, I kind of just want to play the circus. In case Ephesus wants to go wild and build... No. Okay, I won't. This should be at least 3 points. Not excited about it. Definitely not excited about it. Here I could bury University. So Alexandria is going to need coins to be able to play... I know, Alexandria can't afford the university, but I want them to play fortifications. Actually, do I? I'm not sure. Like, Arena's 2 for me, or I could spend a coin to block a 12-point move. I think I know what I have to do. Three and 3 is better than 3. Not excited about that. I cost myself a point and a third. Olympia's gonna get away with a lot here, in my opinion. We get a pretty rough age 3. Pretty rough age 3. Everyone discards a card, wow. Including me. Oh no, this is 2 points. Who am I paying? Coconut's losing both fights. I hope I beat them. I do beat them, so I got second place. Behind the Olympia that built 1 shield until age 3. Not a huge surprise when you get off that easy military-wise. And I was playing people without the highest ratings. I mean, I think my... Can I really get more restrictive than this? Not really. Like, how much do I have to tell Board Game Arena that please don't match me up with that many weaker players? Anyway, Halicarnassus. Not very different from the original version, just the wonder costs. Alright, so I have Giza A, Giza Daytime, as a neighbor, but I think this is pretty clear. With no Alexandria in the game for instant glass, I just take the Apothecary here and go for a full science game. It's not really what I like to see, but I do need this clay eventually for the Wonder Stage. Well, Olympia bought the glass, which is not the business. I think I can assume that... Can I? I want to assume that I'll be able to get one of these in the discard pile. Also, all 3 military cards were in the pack I just passed, right? So if I play Guard Tower, that's at least 2 points. Trading Post is probably the better play. Olympia didn't build the... Oh, wow. 5 coins better than 3 points, but when your 3 points change to a 7-pointer. The 7-pointer only costs me a couple coins now, so I think I take the point, or the coins. Okay, Babylon plays that, sure. This doesn't really make sense to me. Next round I'll be needing to buy a lot of science things, but here I just don't have anything better to do than to take an ore or discard the pawn shop. I guess I could play the pawn shop, but it's so weak to chain to the statue. I just don't need the ore for anything, which is the biggest issue. And here I want to bury this and take the scriptorium. So do I want to keep a lumber for later? Yeah, not a stone for later. It's not going to matter. I'm not going to play this card from the muck. Ever. There's the second scriptorium. Alright, so goals for age 2. I need a paper so I can play the laboratory. I need a glass on top of that so I can do the wonder stage. Library there, okay. Well, I get this pack twice. Can't say that much more about this. I do have access to all resources now, so that's good. I probably don't need to buy a paper anymore. So, choices. I feel like if I do anything but dispensary, I'll be able to buy one on the wheel. Which means I think I'm just supposed to take care of my set, given that years are hard to come by. It really sucks to pass school, though. It is 1 coin cheaper. Alright, this forum... So this is where you think about resources versus money for the rest of the game. Going back to your question, Andrew. So this forum I'm guaranteed at least 2 coins out of. And I think about what other science cards I'm playing this game. And I'm not going to be able to chain to university, which means I'm going to need a paper for that in age 3. I'm not going to be able to chain to the study or the other thing off school, the academy. And I think at least one of them needs paper. So I think this is at least 4 coins. The other play is 4 points, which is okay, but underwhelming. And having a forum, well, it helps me get clay paper for the age 3 card Chamber of Commerce, though I guess this isn't a good Chamber of Commerce game for me. I should have realized that. Given that I just took coins with that move effectively, I probably shouldn't do it again. Though there is no other play, is there? I'm not thrilled with my game here. I'm not really getting enough points. In hindsight, I would have liked to play the 4-pointer last round. So I will play the 4-pointer here. Well, I'm not convinced Babylon would build this. They might bury it. So I'm thinking about double lumber because of its use for the university in age 3. No, I have enough coins. I'll just buy the temple. And there is the dispensary. Babylon winning cheap military against me might just win them this game. Alright, so the university's 2 coins. A really weak builders guild here with side A Giza as a neighbor. I kind of just want to play Town Hall, but that risks having one of the universities buried, I think, so I do just need to play university here. I'm not really losing much. Alright, so one of the gears is gone. I do need the last gear here. Guilds. I heard you like guilds. Pantheon's just better than all of these, though. Straight up. Alright, I need this last gear. Give me the last gear. Thank you, buddy. Aw, lighthouse in this pack. It's a really good lighthouse. Yeah, this is what I can buy with the paper. It might be time to go dumpster diving, or I could play the Castrum. There's just... Alright, what could be here? The Aqueduct is played, 4-pointer, 4-pointer, 4-pointer. So there's no blue cards. Baths, Pawn Shop, Altar. There might be one other Age 1 blue card in the trash, but I don't think so. Library, school. I'm not really sure I need anything in the trash, so I think I play Castrum here, actually. Not amazing. So I think my play here is to play the Gardens for 2 coins. And then bury with my first move. Oh, my only move next. I'm not also Babylon. That would have been fun. Okay, so tough decision-ish. Bury Spies Guild or bury Forts, and I'm pretty sure it's bury Forts, because there's the Arsenal still out there that I just passed to Giza. That means there's still 2 military cards hanging out. There's... yeah. Babylon having a really strong game, though, with 2 sets and 5 tablets. Alright, 6-point Spies Guild is pretty good. I don't need to play a military. Though there was the walls, okay, and there was an Age 1. Well, this is 4 points. Oh, no, 6 points. There we go. Okay, so a reasonable endgame. The military card ended up being worth 6, so 5, 6, 7... Still 3rd place, though, behind the Babylon. That one shield ended up being 7 points for them. And I guess that's partially on me. Yeah, I mean, this is a tough situation. Alright, time to find some better seats and some better wonders, given the opponent quality. Rhodes against lower rated players. Alexandria against higher rated players. Some clear matchups in terms of military versus science. A little bit of an extra weight here. I wonder if me talking to BGA has made them extra careful here. Searching for 2 just instantly switches to searching for 1 and back. Very curious, very curious. I heard that Seven Wonders Duel is coming to Board Game Arena. It's an alpha right now. It's exciting for many people. I've played maybe 2 games of Duel in my life, though, so I probably won't be doing it. Unless I do Lumen Learns New Games kind of deal, which is unlikely. Would really have to have popular demand for that one. Okay, if it's going to... I'm just gonna reset it. Because often resetting just, like, instantly fills you in, and I really don't know the inner details of the matchmaking system, but it seems like that's a bit inconsistent, which is fine. It's hard to make matchmaking systems, I assume. So Ephesus opposite Babylon with Halleck and Alexandria as neighbors. Alright, well, if I can find a marketplace, then I have instant access to all grays, and that's pretty fun. But it looks like a science game for me. We have Halicarnassus deciding on the Wonder side. On the other hand, Babylon is the other highest rated player at this table, so that should give me a little bit to consider. Scriptorium in my opening pack, but a Timber Yard is almost always the play with Ephesus or Olympia, given the first Wonder Stage costs. Is Olympia's different now? It might be different now. It keeps me flexible. Halleck might go science. Scriptorium is a duplicated science card, so... Babylon with a think here. Goes for the marketplace. Okay. With Alexandria immediately building the observatory, I think that's my cue to do military Ephesus here. And that means building the stockade. Yeah, Babylon declined the clay ore combo. I think that's probably right. Should I just take the guard tower here? Yeah, I should just take the guard tower here. 5 coins would be fine, but it's not super important. Skipping this song. Yeah, my sound's on pretty low, but it was... I felt it was getting kind of noisy. Ore is good to have as a military player. I think I really like the altar in this new version. If it changed directly to Pantheon, and I'm not for sure getting clay ore, or the gray resources for my own uses, then I'll take a trading post here, and I'll probably discard my last card to have coins to pay for things in Age 2. Yeah, I think this sounds fine. If I'm discarding, it doesn't matter which. 2 spectators. That's interesting. Halleck building 2 militaries? What for? So we have a odd situation here with militaries in one corner and scientists in the other. Babylon did build their Wonder Stage already. Alright, I don't think I have anything better to do than to bury this card. And Training Ground is the safer bury compared to Walls. Because the other military person is who I'm sending it towards. Alright. Keeping in mind that I am doing military, I should take... And I buried the double ore military already. So I don't really have to worry about that one. I'll play the double clay, try to pick up stables, and then walls from my opening pack. kind of forces me into double stone next pack if it's there. That's probably a better play long-term than just building the archery range. Even though I've already paid for a stone. I think this is the better overall play. I'm not even sure. I mean, I probably need to build this. I was trying to find an excuse not to, but it's pretty clear after passing. Kind of interesting situation that the gear wasn't taken by either of these two players on the first go-around. Maybe there was a money problem I didn't notice. Everyone has access to a loom, so I'll bury the sawmill. Halleck only going for one dredge out of the discard pile here. It won't be very good with Babylon playing 2 extra cards, 1 from each age, and me burying this last military. The Aqueduct is actually fine, though. It's a 5-point wonder stage. I should consider playing 0 military this last age. Spies Guild not great, Ship Owner's not great, Magistrate's not great. The Pantheon Chained is what I was looking for. Saved myself about 5 coins by playing the Altar. And that's actually true for the Senate also. Because this is 5 coins worse. Yeah, Halleck is going military. I don't need to fight it that hard. If I play Philosopher's Guild, it'll be at least 5 points. The Arena is 5 points minus a coin. Lighthouse no good, Chamber no good. It's really Philosophers or Arena here. Oh, this last stage is 4 coins, so it's just a 5-point play. Four and 2/3. It's probably 5 straight up, but I'm paying people. See, I'd pay 1 coin to Halleck for sure this way, and what is the cost of this? It is... well, I can split it. Sure. Yeah, and I can't do anything about that. If I was in a position to block it, I probably would try. Because, it gives Alex a set. And I was kind of paying them on the basis that they were not doing well. Babylon building 1 military card here. I'm not playing any military. It's not going to do me enough good here. 6-point Workers Guild seems fine. Six points is what I consider to be a baseline in Age 3. Haven costs me 3 to get 3, so... not the greatest Haven you've ever seen. And then the Senate comes back around. Sounds good to me. Yeah, I think Halleck is just paying too many Age 3 moves in order to win these fights. Though that's kind of what you get when you're not responsible. Alright, Halleck can take the observatory if they want to. Alright, and who am I paying? Assume Alexandria ends at this +5? Okay. Makes it pretty clear. Last play 2-point haven for Babylon. And the arena made it all the way to Halleck. But, ooh, I barely squeaked this out. Babylon with a nice endgame there. Using the Wonder Stage as the last science symbol. But this is a nice win. Got some rating points from that other highly rated player. And as usual, when there was a big skill gap in rating, the higher rated players won. I really don't understand how the matchmaking has such a gap sometimes. And like, if the lower rated players are looking for people their level, they don't really want to play the super high rated players either. At least most of the time. I would guess. Here we go. And, higher than everyone by at least 100 arena points. Good times. Which means I probably lose a tiny bit of rating for coming in second. Not a great position. We get Ephesus again. See everyone going knight. Giza and Alex neighbors. I think I'm gonna go science. This is a very hard call between Loom and Workshop. I think it just has to be Loom. If these are separate packs, then it's for sure Workshop. Paying 2 for a science symbol, totally fine in Age 1. It's so valuable. Well, now that Ephesus Stage 3 doesn't cost a glass, I'm not sure glass is as good for me. On the other hand, the other cards don't seem to have much value. I'd only be playing them for coins. So, yeah, and Alex doesn't build the observatory, so I will be able to wheel it. Somewhat lucky position for me there. If I had a stone, I'd play it, or even a wood. I guess I can play an ore, but it's kind of underwhelming. So it's ore, altar, or discard altar. I'm gonna buy altar and see what happens. Olympia buys the observatory. I guess that makes sense. I really should have considered that as a possibility. I am passing Alexandria a military here, but I just need this apothecary. Alright, so I want double clay and a wood in order to afford all H2 science cards. I need a couple stone to afford my wonder stage. Yeah, a trading post would be nice, but I'm not going to get one. Olympia having a think here. Builds a military card. So there's the stone I wanted, but 5 coins might be enough of a difference. What does a stone help me with? It doesn't help me with the science card next stage. What does it help with in age 3? Maybe something? Probably not. I'm just gonna take the coins. It's more likely that the yellow helps me as a yellow card compared to, buying that Wonder Stage. And Giza took that Scriptorium. Interesting. I take the laboratory here. Yeah, that's annoying to put it lightly. Bazaar is nice, 6 coins, but I don't need it here. I am going to buy this school. And I think I'm going to pay Giza. Because going for military and science isn't a sign of success later on. Here I am going to buy Double Stone. Because it guarantees me the ability to play my Wonder Stage, which I pretty badly need. Courthouse wouldn't be a terrible play. Yo, Thytrius, what's up? Glad you could make it. Alter is a good 7th pick? Yes, it is. I mean, I'm probably valuing it too highly because I think your statement is probably spot on. Like, 7th, you can absolutely consider it now. But before that, questionable. Because I've been playing it, like, as a 5th pick, probably. And, yeah, it's probably wrong. Yeah, okay. Well, thanks for sharing that discovery. Definitely has a fair bit of value there to know that. If I bury a press, I'm not denying it from anyone, so I bury the training ground, and maybe I'm past a science card here for some points? Unlikely. Yeah, okay, so next round, I chain to one of the gears. I chain to the study, but oh, and I chain to the observatory. So do I go for 3 symbols? I think I do. If I'm going for 3 symbols, then the sawmill has some good value here. It's at least 3 coins to save costs on Wonder Stage 2. Not that 3 coins is a good play here. Yeah, finding a strategy for Olympia, that's definitely a gap that I'm perceiving. I'm really not convinced there's a good one. Like, these 2 Wonder Stages, I mean, they do come with points, but I guess these combined are probably worth 5 points, which is the difference between, like, the average 15-point Wonder. So there's probably enough value there. Alright, I don't think I can justify paying 4 coins for a palace when I only have 4 coins. Oh, Olympia A. Interesting. I actually think it might be B with the value. But absolutely excited to hear whatever you have in the works. Academy is more likely to wheel based on other people's resources. And by other people's resources, I mean specifically Giza. And I guess Olympia, too. Alright, well, I'm not getting... The good pack is one I'm not wheeling. That's too bad. I mean, I can't play the Pantheon when I need a 10-point gear. This is 2 coins for Olympia. This is 1 coin for Olympia. Yeah, I can't even get my 4 coins for the altar, I know. It's a real bummer. And not getting 3 sets either when I'm the only real scientist here. Also big bummer. Given that that pack was so good, Alexandria is probably just playing 7-pointer, which means I should consider Castrum, but... Or Magistrates Guild and Town Hall. Magistrates Guild is at least 7. Pay Giza. Giza has not come up with a super solid strat here, I would say. Yep, I agree with that assessment. And then I have 4-point, 6-point last 2 plays if I need it. Though I guess that last Wonder Stage is going to cost me $4. Yeah, this is definitely a berry, though. Alex doesn't have the gardens yet, right? Yeah. There was something else floating around that I found interesting. What was it? 6 points better than 5 points? This is 5 1/3 points if I'm lucky. This is 5 points for sure. What was I thinking about? I was thinking about Workers Guild. Oh, that ended up in Olympia's hands for 10 points. It's pretty good. I feel obligated to play the Arsenal here. How are my chances for second if I flop on this Arsenal? I did just pass the Castrum, right? No, that was the previous pack. Castrum, Circus, Forts, Arsenal, Siege Workshop would be the only thing I've passed. You're a clay short of that, and you can't afford to buy it. I'm gonna go for it. It's probably wrong. Oh, ends up being fine. And it gets me the win. So, yeah. Alexandria just went a tiny bit too blue there, and I got lucky when I didn't remember where that last shield was. It was right there. So, that's always a good feeling. Yeah, the last pick win. And I needed a win there, too, given the ratings of my opponents. Just for the sake of my rating. Because otherwise, I don't know what rank I would be right now. Like, if I got 3rd or 4th place there, I'm at least down to 45 or 50. So yeah, let's talk about Olympia A here. So Olympia A lets you build the first thing of any color. Yeah, I think I like Babylon B too. Because I'm often just playing it as one Wonder Stage to get you that 7th card each age, and that seems pretty fine. And then if you happen to go Science, you have that Flex symbol, which is obviously good. Like, a Flex symbol's at least 7 points almost every game, so... Olympia A, like, the first card of each color, period, means you get free expensive blue card, whether that's Aqueduct or Senate or Pantheon or Palace. But it has to be your first, right? Not having a choice in the order... You get to make plays. Yeah, but I don't see the the timing being good, like, what's the value of your first green card? What's the value of your first yellow card? What's the value of your first blue card? I just don't think, like, the first is very, strong. Pay for the first Science or War? Yeah. One or 2 points of value? Okay, yeah. First guild card is how many resources cards you skimp. So yes, it does give you a play. Yeah, it does give you a playback. But the skimping on things can make it really tough later on, right? That's what I'm foreseeing. I mean, experience might just say otherwise. There aren't good tempo plays? Yeah. I think possibly side B is more playable. If you can get that first stage of the Wonder down in Age 1, then your first play of Age 2 is free. And that's often when you're like, oh, I wish I could play Caravanserai right now, but I don't have a second wood access or money for it. Or it can be you're going Science, having resources for Age 1, Stage 1 Wonder and Science, maybe not. But just being able to afford something that you might not normally do as the first play of an age, like that first Wonder stage seems fine for Olympia. The second one, I mean, the last card of every age, do you really get value from that? No, I don't think so. So I would say it's a weaker Wonder, but that first bonus is probably worth a couple points or 3 points. And 1 point for the second stage, I'll agree with that. So 10 points printed plus the 2 to 5 of value, 2 to 4 of value that we're talking about. Yeah, so it's not, it's probably weaker than average by a couple points, 1 or 2 points, but not crazy. All right, we're gonna restart this matchmaking. I don't like it going to brown on me. If there were tempo upside plays, yeah. I mean, in terms of, like, straight value, like, Olympia is clearly worse than Ephesus, right? Ephesus gives you a gray resource instead of a brown one, which I think is a very small advantage, but it's an advantage. And then you're getting 12 coins, which is 4 points by itself, and tempo. Like, the 4 coins of tempo from Ephesus is amazing. Love that stuff. So in terms of tempo, I feel like the Decorators Guild, which is the guild which is 7 points for completing your Wonder, is kind of a tempo thing to hunt for in Age 3 now. But that is... Whoops. That is kind of risky. I was thinking that the bottom of the page had the cards list, but I'm not in a game yet, so it doesn't. Does it do something better strategically? I mean, Giza has 5 extra points. I mean, thinking about it a lot is great, right? You're going to discover some things on your own that way, whether they're known by the world yet or not. If they're already known by the world, then, I mean, you came up with your own conclusion, and you get extra insight, probably, instead of just memorizing facts, and then if you discover something new, well, then you could be #1 in the world. Don't especially like this situation. Kind of tempted to play the Loom and go Science. I do need the Loom at least for Age 3, so I could definitely play Wood or Ore instead and go military. That would be safe. Wood, ore, or loom? I think I'm gonna play wood or ore. I'll play wood. You're a game designer? Okay. Yeah, strategy and tactics. Very hard to do. Game designing is very hard. It sucks, leave it alone. Very interesting choice here between Stockade and Clay Pit. I think I'm gonna take Clay Pit. It might burn me later, but I think it could be okay. Given that this is only one military card out of 3 I've seen, I think this is okay. There's a chance I don't win both fights this age because of it. But I think, yeah, I don't think that's the worst thing in history. Babylon getting 2 stone, meaning that trading post is now very good for me. Don't pick altar, I agree. Too early for altar. I don't have coins yet. Yeah, trading post works pretty well. Babylon goes for a guard tower. And, oh man, just imagine if I went science. The packs lined up great. Why can't I instantly know where my opponents will be weak? Alright, so I do get to win both fights here because Alexandria takes the Stockade. On the same turn I take the Barracks. Given that nobody's doing science, we're going to have an awkward military game. Whoever finds room to do a tiny bit of science could very well win this one. Do I care what I'm burying? No. Am I burying for sure? Yes. 2 coins of tempo. Either one of these, I mean, the Ore Vein is most justifiable for military next stage. Maybe I should still do it. Given that it's an all-military game, except, okay, well, now it's not. This allows me to buy every military card, so. Babylon gonna take a science card like 4th pick and sneak a set? Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I like that Babylon built the gray resources I don't have, so I don't need to force one. I think I still need to first pick stables here. I will get something useful on the wheel. Almost certainly. I don't know if anyone needs the forum anymore. Olympia might take it. Though that marketplace gets a lot sadder if you have to play the forum. Yep, and this ore lets me play the stables for an extra coin. I think keeping my Wonder Stages available if I thought it was a high military game is probably the right play. Alright, so Babylon is going science now. Which means I can consider burying the school. Though I do like both of those military cards. I think I like them too much. Getting this military sorted out, I think, is so valuable. I can bury a gear. Hey, look at that. That's pretty effective. Even if I don't bury school, I might get paid by Babylon for that paper. They don't even buy the school? That's a surprise. They play the Brickyard to guarantee that 3rd Wonder Stage. I guess the other one's already in Alexandria's hands, but that just means you pay 3 more coins. Yeah, I mean, the logic is there, but I think it's misplaced. The Loom... Could bury Dispensary, even though there's another one. Bury Dispensary or play Loom? I am Ephesus. There should be some... I'm a tiny bit worried about my money situation still, which is unfortunate. And then I think I play Statue here and bury the last card. I think this is okay. It's not great. Babylon just played the Dispensary, so passing it doesn't hurt. It might give it to Alexandria last. Alex can build it. Alex can build pretty much anything, as usual. Olympia picking up a military card doesn't affect me that much. I probably just avoid all military H3. I don't think I ever need a 3rd stone, so I'm not sure I need to build the 2 stone here. So if I don't need the 3rd stone, I should just bury this. No Halleck in game. I really like my position here, honestly. I don't know who I'm most scared of. And that's the biggest reason for liking my line. Olympia's doing okay. They have, they did have to waste, or they did end up wasting a military card, though, so. With both my neighbors needing 2 military cards in H3 to catch up, I think I just let it happen if that's what they want to do. Workers Guild is 7, that's pretty good. Magistrates Guild, probably 5 or 6 by the end of the game. Arena's in my opening pack. So I should consider building my Wonder Stage earlier than usual for an extra 3 points there. Or 1 point there. 3 coins there. Alternatively, Lighthouse Gardens, Magistrates Guild. Overall, looks good. I've ended up in a pretty solid situation here. Only paying for glass and stone. 7 coins could possibly carry me through the rest of this game. Olympia will pay me for every loom that they need. Olympia really doesn't have much stone. Neither of the double stones got built. Kind of interesting. And nobody built the school. Oh no, that is Alexandria. I was thinking that was the library. And both of them had the scriptorium, but that's not correct. So we have a Spies Guild, we have a Pantheon, we have a Gear. From the opponents. Traders Guild is at least 5. Philosophers Guild is at least 4, probably 6. I think I'm going to go with Traders Guild. Because there was a Lighthouse in my opening pack, and Olympia could just play that right now, and Traders Guild instantly becomes 6. Arena's not getting played. Okay. Arena's not getting played by Babylon as a neighbor, but that's okay. Can't afford Builders Guild, huh? It's 3 stone now. Aha, so Builders Guild used to be stone, or something. That's a good balance. I did notice this last time where Builder's Guild was more expensive, but it didn't register that I'd actually need the third stone this time. So rip a 6 or 7 point Builder's Guild. It's not going to hurt me too bad. I play the Senate here. I'm almost out of money, but I have a Wonder Stage giving me 4 back if I want to play that here. I could just buy Arena next move for 5 points. Or I could bury the Senate, but that would require me to get something useful last play. I think I'll pay a point to not risk that. Lose a point of Arena value. I think my game's in good enough position here. Olympia does look like they're going to go for the double military win at the cost of everything else. Oh, and I can play a Gardens for 1 higher value than Arena. It gives Babylon a point on the Magistrates Guild. If Babylon gets good plays, they get about 12 or 13 more points, and then they lose 2, so they're at this plus 10, plus 11 if I play Gardens. So they end low 50s. I think I don't care. I think my plays are good enough. And Arena's barely playable for Olympia. Oh, they don't have a second stone. But... Haven? Haven or Bury Haven? So a 4-point Haven versus the... I guess a 4-point Gardens, given that I lost an Arena potential point. Oh no, a 6-point minus 2 coin Senate is what I played instead, right? Okay. So it did turn out to be the right order of things, given how bad the 7th card was, as usual. So I'm going to end with... Yeah, I forgot I might be losing one of these fights. So I'm going to end 4 points of military, plus 6 of here is 10. I still get 58 by the end. And Babylon does have 3 cards. So maybe it was a fair bit of miscalculating by me here. No, they just use the power to discard a card. I think I get it. Should have it by a couple points. Oh no. When you give your neighbor 1 extra point. Yeah, you don't think the other play because of the tiebreaker? Fair enough. Well, good job, Babylon. I mean, sometimes you play it right, and your neighbors build 2 Age 3 military cards. Yep, and that's the power of a late transition to science when nobody else is doing science. Imagine if I was the only scientist. Just imagine. I probably could have gotten 65 that game if I lucked into the science path. It just didn't seem right from the opening, and I don't think it was. I think, what is this game, 5 or 6? No roads, once, from anyone. Like, not even in my game. This is the first time I've had roads in a game today. It does mean that I should be going science. Yeah, I don't usually think that science is right after a war card, but sometimes the game demands it, you know? Alright, well, I'll just get all my science resources, even though Alexandria is surely playing the gear on their third play. If they don't, then I get off really easy. Babylon correctly picking a military card here. It looks like I'll get the compass with my next play. So at least these three weren't in the same pack. That could have been disastrous. Alright, so to plan for getting the gear next age, I need clay, paper. And to plan for getting the school, I'll need wood, paper. So I'm looking to buy clay, wood, which means the West Trading Post seems like a good play. On the other hand, the East Trading Post, no. Rhodes is going to get at least another stone, so I can get that first wonder stage. I think this is fine. I think I take a wonder stage here, as opposed to discarding. Because I'm not playing a theater. I don't think that's good tempo at all. And I'm not playing baths. Yeah, not a big fan of that move, but not much good I could have done, I don't think. Rhodes has a potentially very nice game here. If they don't try super hard to beat Alexandria, but put in minimal effort to beat me, I think that'll end up being very profitable for them. The fun thing about this format is I can just say that kind of thing out loud, and they can't hear me. Anyway, I'm ready for the laboratory, which is kind of the point. I would really like to play the vineyard, but gotta do things and stuff here. Pray for the school in this next pack. Hey! Alex did play the library, and then the only thing we're gonna need is this last dispensary, given that Alex played one. Forum is 8 coins. You hate playing Vineyard as Ephesus? Yeah. Artemis is fair to call it, right? This is the Temple of Artemis at Ephesus, right? So, can't play Sawmill. I literally have no coins. Or, yeah. And that's a 10-point bazaar now that Babylon builds that. That's fun. You revere the old gods? Yeah, for sure. Now I am paying a fair bit of actual money for all my wonder stages, but I think that's fine given that I'm putting no resource investments in. Just relying on buying from neighbors, so if I can just get 10 points for 3 plays by doing nothing, I think that's pretty valuable. Babylon seems to be clearly going for the Chamber of Commerce in H3. I think Brickyard is usable here. I can't play military, pretty clearly. So no use preparing for military cards. Could just bury statue also. I don't know which guilds cost clay anymore. Usually it's been the Philosopher's Guild, which is just not useful for me. No, Philosopher's Guild is deadly. Strategist Guild is deadly here. Brickyard or bury statue? Would have really liked to get one of the double resources that pays for one of the stages, but I'll just hope for a double ore here, I guess. Oh god, this is terrible. Okay. Neither of these is what I want. This is gonna be a rough age 3 for me. I need to buy all the brown things I'll ever want, and I need to play all the science symbols when I'm not the only scientist. Decorators Guild is 6 points guaranteed. I can't block the Philosophers Guild anymore. Arena is 6 points. I mean, I think it's Arena. As a non-science card, I can play and get good value from. Though we do have 2 two-stage wonders, so might be a little early to pull that trigger. I feel good about getting one of those compasses, though. This is... I have to play Observatory. If I can... Oh, no, I'm not finding the last gear. It's already been played. Weak Magistrates Guild. 2 good Havens for 5 and 5. Even though Babylon's game seems pretty weird, they do have some really good endgame potential. They're going to be playing Philosopher's Guild here for, like, 12. They're going to win military. Rhodes is doing quite well, though. They have a bunch of points banked. They did find Chamber of Commerce. Cool. If I can find a lighthouse, that would be nice. I did decide that I'm not going for 3 sets. Unless I find a Scientist's Guild as the only science card in this next pack. That is the one situation that I would accept. Did we lose Alexandria? In Board Game Arena news, the issue about arena points being lost for quit games when you have a higher elo, that has been fixed. So thank you very much to the BGA developer team for finally taking care of that bug report, even though it wasn't technically a bug. Enough people complaining about it, including Rainier recently posted on that bug, so glad we got that taken care of, and we don't have to worry about that going forward for any arena game that you play. Alright, well, someone's expelling them, which is fair. I don't really want to, even though I don't think I'm winning this game. We're just so close to the end. 4 plays left. Looks like we're gonna have a quick game here. Yeah, and there's no point continuing. I mean, I've done this before, but the packs get weird, and there's no real reason to continue. Alright, I think I have time for 1 or 2 more. 1 if it goes really well, 2 if it doesn't, 2 if this next one doesn't. Okay, 1 person close to my level, and there's the notification that my rank does not change at all. Alright, we got a Rhodes neighbor. And we got Olympia. Which side of Olympia do I want to try science with? We've been talking about it. I miss old Olympia. I really miss old Olympia. I think I'm gonna try side B. And I got a clay pit, which is pretty nice for side B. If I get a spare play here, which isn't a gray card, then I will be building that Wonder Stage. But I need some gray cards stat. Oh gosh. If this was the other trading post, I might play the other trading post. So what am I taking out of the game? I think I take the trading post out of the game. And now I'm all about gray cards. It doesn't matter which one I take here, I don't think. I need both of them. Glass buys the rarer gear. So even though Ephesus needs the loom later, I think this is maybe the better play. Nobody else is doing science. That is a good sign. We might be seeing full blue Giza here. That would, like, yellow-blue Giza. Would love to see that work out. I don't think trading post pointed at me is going to help them much in the long run, though. Alright, yeah, this looks good, because the compass I can buy with ore or glass. It costs me 2 coins. So the first play of next stage, I think I'm buying one of the science things I can't afford. Free card incoming! Yep, good enough. The library I chain to. Bazaar is 6 coins, which is tempting, but otherwise, yeah, okay. Theory crafting Olympia. Just what I wanted to do here. I mean, I'm pretty sure Rhodes is just gonna win running away. Though, if I'm not contesting military, I might be giving Giza too easy of a time also. Alright, people, please pay me for things, so I don't need to play Vineyard with my next action or something bad like that. Ugh. Olympia Millionaire. Like, how do I not play Forum here? How do I not play Forum here? I'm not getting paid in forever. Like, Giza, like, people don't need to buy the glass from me or the paper from me until age 3. Why is Forum bad? I think it'll chain to Arena, right? That's what it chains to? Haven. Okay, yeah, I don't need the Haven. Never mind. Vineyard is 3 buys? I feel like I need at least that many. We got the Wonder Stage. I guess the library is already taken care of. It does make... no, it does make Chamber of Commerce 2 and 2 more. Click the think button a minute too late. Alright, Vineyard might be more than 6 coins. That's the tiebreaker. And I can wheel Forum or Loom. Okay. 8 coins. Alright, see ya, Thytrius. Or, at least, thanks for the luck. Yeah, might as well. Okay, so I could play the archery range here, even though I'd just be passing the training ground, so that doesn't sound too appealing. So I bury something. Well, if I bury... Nah, it doesn't help me very much. Okay, these are not appealing. I think I take the quarry? No, I bury something. I have to bury something. School and lab in the same pack. Boo. I'm getting Scriptorium next play, I think, so that means I play the gear here. Or the library. I'm getting a tablet next, is what I'm thinking. Looks like I do. Only one card been buried so far from my opponents. Alright, things don't look terrible anymore. The vineyard turned out to be very right. Yeah, everyone overinvest in military. And then the loom here, I think, is fine. Partially as an increase to the Chamber of Commerce next stage. Which I don't really need to rush because nobody else is doing too well on it. I don't think I'm denying a science symbol if I bury here, so non-factor. Alright, I got all the... Well, I didn't get school. School chains to academy. That's 3 stone. Alrighty, Olympia. Free Scientists Guild. I will take it. Or Free Palace. Honestly, I forgot my last card of the second age was going to be free. Not that it would have mattered much. I will try to remember it for this coming pack, because this coming pack is when the wheel is going to matter a lot. Alright, really bad Builder's Guild here with Giza doing I don't even know what. I play the Lodge here, and I possibly get a free Builder's Guild or Arena last. Though if I had to guess, I would suspect that someone's playing the Builder's Guild. Was the other university in my first pack? I think it might have been. University, Academy, Builder's Guild, Arena. I think I'm guaranteed a good play in the last pack, and it's going to be free. Yeah, I think this is the side of Olympia to go with. I have a Chamber of Commerce that I'd like to play, which is coming in the last pack. I mean, Senate usually looks really good in the, what is this, 3rd or 4th play of Age 3. But Study here, then Chamber of Commerce next. Whoa. It's a weird bug that happens from time to time. I'm not sure I'll get to my last Wonder stage, honestly, with how good some of this stuff is. I am going for 3 sets. There's the old Chamber of Commerce. Okay, I think I have a chance here. Ephesus could be doing pretty well. Though, if they play one more military, they just tie. It's going to be hard to tell. I mean, Rhodes usually has a big advantage when there's 3 military people, but the Scientist also has an advantage then. I believe my play is the university here. Yeah. Because then any science symbol is a 7-point play, while observatory is... Well, observatory is technically 9 right now. No, I don't think it's as good. If I was getting to a 6th gear, then I would play the observatory, but I am sure that I can't. So then I will get my last play for free, which is possibly a 5 or 6 point Builders Guild. No, Giza builds it. Alright, well, 7-point Academy, better than 5-point Wonder Stage. Especially with Builders Guild and no Philosophers Guild. So, let's see. Rhodes and Ephesus with 9 military. I mean, that's pretty good news for me. It looks like I'm going to end with 65. And maybe a bit more on coins if I get paid. And I have been getting paid this age, which I knew would happen because nobody took enough science resources. So things turned out well. Yeah, clear roads by 9. Yep, only scientist. I mean, figuring out something to do with Olympia here. I'm pretty happy with that, how that went. Giza building no wonder stages. That makes no sense to me. I feel like you have to build wonder stages here. With that kind of economic setup. Anyway, like I said, with a good win, that was going to be my last game for today. I could squeeze in one more, but no reason to end on anything but that. Spending a lot more thinking time than some players, but you know, I had to parse out what was going on, but pretty much the ideal age 3. Oh, for sure, Thytrius, thanks for hanging out as always. Appreciate you being here and chatting it up with me. Got plenty of lurkers, definitely appreciate you all too. Feel free to also just not say anything if you're watching, but it's also fun to have people talking also. Yep. See you all next week for another 7 Wonders Wednesday, or if you would like to watch me play Agricola, I do this 4 days a week for Agricola, and likely have a Terra Mystica all-player commentary at some point during the weekend. I would guess Sunday, but that's a very tentative guess. Take care, everyone. See you next time. Oh, should think if anyone's hosting right now. Or if anyone's streaming that I can host. Nope. Alright. Bye, everyone.